Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the Undebatables. I'm Jamil Bukra.
I'm Ashlyn Kane.
And today's guest is Malinda Perera.
Hi everybody.
Tell us more about yourself, Malinda.
I'm the guy who your parents warned about. Nah, jokes aside.
That two scary people on the podcast now.
We are the people who your parents warned about.
And I'm the token white girl on this podcast. No.
This podcast might turn into something totally different.
Okay, now I'm not showing my mom this episode.
She will be invited to the next one.
This is my podcast.
That's why I'm moderating.
Well, my name is Malinda Perera. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm from Sri Lanka and I'm based in Vienna right now. What else do you guys want to know? It's a really hard question for me to tell about myself unless knowing what people want to know about me, you know?
No,
you run one of the hottest comedy club in Vienna.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do run into a comedy club, Vienna.
Mhm.
The best, baby.
Yeah, the best because it's the only one. No, but it is actually. It's where I first started doing stand-up, actually. So special place in my heart for comedy dad over
thank
here.
you. Thank you.
Did that take you that long to say it?
I mean, you were expecting me not to.
No, I was waiting how long you're gonna take.
My
Alright.
comedy older brother. That's what this
How
is.
dare you?
How dare you? But you want to be the younger one? I don't care.
No.
Give me your lunch money, jerk.
I'm your older brother, not your bully. So basically the same.
Well, I'm Arab, so I'm still the brother. That's what Jamil would have said.
Do you want to be Jamil number 3?
I'm not Arab, by the way.
No, he just said where he's from.
Too late. You're one of us now.
Are those the rules? Like the second you say
Hey,
it?
we take whatever we can take.
Okay.
All right, so let's introduce the show to people who just joined us. So usually we pick random subject that make absolute no sense, question no one have ever asked, debates no one ever thought about, and we debate the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna choose sides based on flip of a coin, and today's subject is fusion cuisine. Cuisine, should it be a war crime? Is a war crime.
Yeah, fusion cuisine is a war crime. We'll see.
So since you're our guest, so to decide if you're for or not, head
So
or
which-
first? Head or tails?
Yeah, which side is what?
You get to pick
If
which
you
do you
win,
want if
you're
you
gonna
win.
go ahead. If you win, you're gonna go first.
All right.
As in you get to argue for...
So if I win, I get 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So heads.
All right. Moment of truth.
Tails.
Tails.
So you're arguing against it.
Ha.
Against
Oh,
fusion cuisine.
My God.
You're arguing for it.
This is going to be embarrassing
You
for
have
white
the opening
people.
statement and go.
So, white people, we've been doing some shit. It's not been good. But you know what? Sometimes you just want some sushi with some curry on it, and I think that's okay. Colonialism, who is she? We don't know her. That's beside the point. Sometimes you just want to pay like 50 euros for a piece of flatbread with tomato on it, and it fills the hole inside your heart and also your stomach and probably your arteries, because it's not actually any healthier for you or anything.
Tomatoes are healthy
I mean, is pizza healthy then?
by default, yes.
Okay, that's a
I
different
eat it every day,
argue
so
of
I want it to
discussion.
be healthy.
Anyway, fusion cuisine is bad. We need to stop with
That's
that.
what I should be saying, right? I
Wait.
lost it. I called heads. In it? And
No,
it was
I'm
tails.
starting with should we fucking start over?
I lost it.
Yes,
so I am
so-
against fusion food.
No, 4, because the argument is a war crime.
Oh
so-
shit.
Yeah. So you're arguing that
A war
fusion
crime is
cuisine
a bad thing, by
I-
the way.
I'm a brown guy, you know, war crime is never a bad thing.
That's our tradition.
For for a country that's had many war crimes committed against it. This is
Exactly. I'm like,
That's
come on.
our everyday, right?
Committing a war crime. That's another Tuesday.
white people. We need to stop committing war crimes, and this is one of them. Just can we leave brown people alone in their culture? Can we just eat some mayonnaise and Wonder Bread like we deserve? I rest my case. That's where I'm going with this.
It's wide open. She gave it an easy opening. So do you have something for it to counter that?
Well, speaking of,
Okay, you have to say the line.
come on, man. Like, this is the only way you can share love, I guess. Like, as Ashlyn said, fill hearts. Although that's only thing that you can fill with mayonnaise.
With literal mayonnaise, let's say.
Yeah. I know, like, you eat.
He's the master of filling holes.
you-
We know this.
You eat a lot of mayonnaise, you might end up getting a heart attack.
Basically.
Now, something I don't know if you guys knew. I'm a chef as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I do myself a lot of fusion cooking because that's one way of me letting white people enjoy our kind of food
Without having a heart attack.
without having an heart attack.
From the spices.
I mean, come on, like if you go anywhere in the world, you actually nowadays you only get fusion food. You don't really get the authentic food unless you go to the country that is like, if I'm going to eat Sri Lankan food in Vienna, not getting the real Sri Lankan food here. Like it's always improvised, use something else, and it tastes alright. It tastes okay. You can live with it.
To that point, fusion food and modified food, is it the same thing or not?
What exactly do you mean by modified food?
Because a curry from Sri Lanka and the curry in Vienna is a soft version of the curry in Sri Lanka.
Of course.
They are not fusing it with something else. So I guess it counts as fusion if they put curry on a pizza.
It's a bitch version of curry.
So when you merge two...
bitch.
So you
Bitches.
mean making a pizza even taste better is a crime?
That's the argument.
I'm still confused. Where is this coming from?
Like
No, I'm making the difference, for example, because you can't get authentic curry in Vienna.
Yeah.
But that does not mean the curry that you're getting here is fusion food.
Yeah, well, we're not arguing about
No,
that.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm clarifying. Like
Okay.
because it's
So-
like all what you get here is fusion, but it's actually
no.
not.
like imagine spaghetti with curry.
Sound, as a moderator, all what I can say sounds interesting.
Something.
Or soy sauce. Oh God, this is a cursed conversation. I don't want to think about this anymore. But see, like, first of all, those things sound gross. Thank you, moderator, for
Nah,
arguing
I don't
my
believe
point.
that because that's how you move with the culture. I would say you need to introduce new things into your cuisine
But at what cost are we introducing new things to our cuisine?
at every cost.
At every cost. At every cost. But that's the thing is, I feel like white people, we can be better than this. We should just appreciate other people's culture without having to dumb it down for us. White people, we need to be better at eating spicy food because it's embarrassing.
If you can
frankly.
do yoga, I'm pretty sure you can eat some spices too.
I know a few people who do not match that description. This real thing, I've never met a single Austrian who liked spicy food. Like their idea of spicy was like a couple chili flakes on their dinner. Like
Yeah,
that's not
Black pepper is already too spicy.
Yeah,
for that.
exactly.
that you see with fusion food, you actually get to taste something. You don't have to just wait for fucking salt. Salt is not a spice.
We stole all of the spices and yet we don't even
Use
them.
it, like
You
yeah.
stole it without the manual how to use it.
And we need to go back to that because we've caused too much damage. We need all our food to be bland now.
Now, for example, like when I cook, I see some vegetables that we don't see back home, and I use them and try to fix something up with my knowledge about my cuisine, and it turns out really great. And if you're you're like like fusion comes from experimenting.
True.
And if you do not experiment, how, like for example, let's take orange chicken.
Okay.
It's not a Chinese thing,
No.
but it's only known as Asian food in America.
Yeah.
You know, and if you go to China and ask for orange chicken, I probably think you will get a chicken dumped in orange, orange paint or something. Like you wouldn't fucking find orange chicken in China.
This video is gonna be banned in China. No, we're not
We're gonna
allowed.
miss all the 2 views that we get from China.
And so you see, like, you know, these kind of things, like, you know, create something.
So you're saying fusion leads to creativity?
Yeah, definitely.
I can agree that it leads to creativity, but I mean, there's also the other side of the coin where, like, on some level, you may be cheapening the food that, like, orange chicken, for example. That's like a fast food item in the United States. Now,
And
when
that's
you
a bad thing.
I'm saying I'm saying yes. That's where I'm at now.
As long it's not sold in McDonald's, it should be fine.
But technically, I mean, like, that's the thing is American burgers. That's our culture, right? And now it's everywhere. It's like it's cheapened now. Anyone can just get a burger anywhere. Like, at what point does it's not like American food anymore if the rest of the world is also.
And if you're lucky, you can put a chili on top of it.
They make those
That's make it fusion.
Exactly.
Does that mean spicy chicken McNuggets are fusion?
Yes.
We need to clearly define the stakes here, I feel like. Because when I think fusion cuisine, right, I think about, like, those, like, pretentious white people who, like, who basically they take the cuisine of another culture and they rename it and repackage it and upsell it for a gentrified neighborhood of a demographic.
Okay, let's be a bit more inclusive. I know war crime usually done by white people.
Yes.
But
Hence my argument.
Other people can do also fusion cuisine.
Bullshit. I thought you were gonna say other people can do war crimes. That's why I was gonna say that.
She was way ahead. So
I really hope Ramsey watches this.
Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay's the limey bastard. No, I'm kidding. I have to
tag him there.
I have to fight every. As an Irish American, I have to fight every British
but he's
person.
Scottish, right?
Yeah, he barely counts as Scottish. Like, look at him. He has money. He's not Scottish anymore. Okay.
You see, this is how we get away. Like, we bring some other topic and run away from the real problem.
Let's talk about real war crimes.
But frankly, is it that far off, though? It's a white chef that's judging the ability of other people to do other cultures' cuisines. I mean, is it really that far off?
That does not fit in our topic because he's talking specific cuisines. He's not judging people making sushi, curry sushi.
Okay.
Or like couscous with...
Well, we don't know that. I mean,
Snakes.
he has that show where he
Now,
goes in a restaurant.
you know couscous. Have you ever tried, like, fried couscous, like fried rice? You
fried
haven't.
couscous.
Actually, that
You
sounds
haven't.
kind of good.
You haven't, and I have made it. And I know it tastes fucking amazing. Because I have fed it to people.
No, that
Which
actually
kind
does
of
sound
people?
amazing. That
The kind of people that is easy to sell, motherfucker.
See, you would be perfect for swindling white people. See, fusion cuisine is a war crime unless brown people do it.
Yeah, like, you know,
They
we add
get
the
to have
flavor
it.
to it, you know.
They get to
I don't
have
want to
it.
burst your bubble. Other people than white people have tried your food?
Yeah,
Ah, okay, so...
of course.
Okay.
As if we just... Okay, is it racist if we say it's not tasty?
You're not gonna say that.
Exactly.
Look into my face. No, hell no.
Stop being mean to our dad.
He's feeding you, not me.
I mean, technically, we're related in this hypothetical.
You're not my real
Look at
dad.
the fusion here. The fusion that I have created, apparently.
Well.
The darkest comedian that we have in Vienna, we have the whitest comedian here.
Don't show this to Okello.
Certainly don't show this to Reggie. No.
He's dark.
Well, I am
we
very
know
much
this.
darker than Reggie. Like, there is no...
No,
Okay, back to fusion cuisine.
fusion of people is fine, but when white people start profiting off of it, it becomes bad. And it also tastes worse when we do it for some reason. Legit.
Let's go back to that point. Say fusion people,
Okay.
fusion humans.
Yeah.
Back then, they used to say fusion
No,
humans
think
look
carefully about
okay,
what
not
you're about
taste
to say.
worse, but look worse.
They still-
I'm not sure about the taste.
They also didn't say that. They just said they weren't human, which is arguably a lot worse. It is a lot worse.
Well,
That is my argument.
Well, at least that was free sacrifices.
Are you arguing for the Ku Klux Klan? I'm sorry, Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard Malinda Perera of the Ku Klux
By the
Klan.
way, this is a comedy podcast, and
Not to get too
do
serious.
not take it seriously.
Every single episode we say that and then it gets dark. Like
Yes.
we have fun on this podcast.
Moving away from the Ku Klux Klan.
You brought it up with the people thing.
You see, we need fusion so we can eliminate the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes.
I agree with that. Can we can shake
Yeah.
on that? Yeah.
Okay.
You
le-
see-
Ku Klux Klan is bad. They are the worst.
where do you draw the line?
With what?
With the
With
Ku
fusion-
Klux
No,
Klan.
I draw the line in the US.
Like I'm like, yep, that's far enough for me. Like
That's the line. No more
with
Americans.
fusion cuisine when it's bad.
I actually do not draw a line because we are all artists. Creativity experiments creates creativity,
Okay.
and creativity, like, it might be shit. I mean, it can be shit, but unless you try it, you wouldn't know it. You know.
I-
So you,
so
you
you're for censorship of creativity.
like you
Debate.
Yes.
you can't put fucking what
If
do you
you're-
call this handcuffs on a person who likes to create something new. And as I said, that's how you move on with the human culture.
What if what they want to create would be devastating to all mankind? I mean, you could argue that nuclear physicists who were building the atom bomb were artists.
Yeah, they are.
And do you think of atom bombs as art?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Have you seen how
Because
many
as they say, it was not created to kill people.
It li- Well, they were to kill people, but also white people. Mostly white people.
Yeah, at that time the other did not qualify as people.
Yeah. Yeah. We are
So-
speaking purely in historical terms
Yeah.
here. This is a racism-free podcast. Unless you're white, fuck you. If you're creating fusion cuisines, you should be held accountable by the Geneva Convention.
You see what we have done to the white people around us?
We're
They
taking
say, fuck you,
over.
white people.
Let brown people make fusion cuisine only.
Are you saying brown people are not capable of making war crime? That's why we should allow them
That's
to.
not what I said.
You said if white
I
people
said it
do
was a
fusion
war
cuisine,
crime.
it's a war crime.
When-
But brown people are too weak to make war crime, so we should let them do
too
fusion cuisine.
weak? Absolutely not. I think that we are profiting.
Yeah, man, they always catch us.
Are you still trying to get that visa in Austria?
We can't even hide in a fucking mountain in Pakistan.
Yep.
They find us.
Those damn technology.
A fusion of technology. How do you feel about that then? Oh my god. This podcast.
I don't know where this is going, but
Me
we
neither.
are having fun.
Issue is, as a moderator, I need to know where it's going, and I have no
No.
idea.
Literally every episode we get dark and we lose the topic at some point. We never.
Okay, back to fusion cuisine. Do you have other arguments why it is considered as a war crime?
I think it is only a war crime when white people do it because we are profiting off of the cultures that we have colonized. And that is actually my real opinion. I think it's more important to patronize, as in support businesses that are, from the, people that we fucking colonized is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Let them have the money. Can we stop stealing things, please?
Now to that I can add a proposition.
Okay.
If you ever fucking come up with fusion food, pay royalties to
Yes.
those countries' governments.
Let's do that.
Every time you make money of
Yeah.
it, some percentage goes to the
Yeah.
country or the person you got the recipe from.
Yeah.
And that way we can have a healthy, what do you call that?
It's like reparations. We're
Exactly.
paying reparations.
You
I
see?
feel like that's okay. You know, as long as you're not taking it and then renaming it as like some other thing, that's the worst, I feel like. That's the whitest thing to do is steal another culture and call it something else and then market it to white people. That's as long as we're not doing that, is chill. You could be an artist, do whatever you want, but don't build the atom bomb, please.
Now I want to go home and try out a new fucking dish and call it the atom bomb.
New dish, the
Something
atom
with lots
It
bomb.
of
blows
chickpeas.
inside your fucking stomach, you know?
But that would be a really good name, actually, for like a spicy
Yeah.
food, like the atom bomb.
But you,
Spicy food that gives you a lot of gas.
you need to make it like, until it hits your stomach, you don't feel it, but once you hit it,
Yeah.
like it gets you bloated and you shit fire.
You know how you know how some gentrified places they don't call them chefs, they call them something like food
Criminals.
chemists. Food chemists or something pretentious like that. He is the only one that gets to have it. If he's gonna build the atom bomb of food in your stomach, he's the only one who gets to have it.
Yeah, but you're arguing for a biological weapon.
Yeah.
Of the
That's her
senses.
argument, not yours.
No, but I'm okay with that. As
So-
as long as
I will call it. It's bio. It's organic.
yeah.
Organic. Okay.
See, he's allowed to market it to
It's
white
a
people.
organic
White people.
war crime.
I mean, technically, so are atom bombs. I mean, they're just atoms that
No,
are.
but they use airplanes, and airplanes pollute the atmosphere.
Details.
For him, even the cutlery that use is like biodegradable.
Yeah.
What? You just use your hands? I mean,
Exactly.
Do you have something against that?
I don't. I just want to clarify what exactly we mean by biodegradable.
You might start with your hands, but you might end up with like just
Wrist.
I mean, we're all gonna die someday, so.
And that day is coming soon.
I didn't say it.
I will not
If you
acknowledge
don't
nor
eat-
deny
if-
that.
If you do not eat fusion food,
We are coming for you.
yeah.
I think another reason fusion cuisine is bad is because I feel like
Okay. If I may interrupt you
yes.
as a moderator, what's the worst fusion cuisine that you can think of?
Well, the worst fusion cuisine I can think of is like, when you take, again, like I've said multiple times, when you take something from another culture and remarket it as
But
an
no,
original thing.
No, that's cultural appropriation.
It is, but it's also
But fusion
technically.
cuisine is, let's say, you take something Chinese and mix it with something French.
I kind of am very curious to see what that would look like. Not
Like
a
sushi.
morbid curiosity. Because
Sushi, but instead of the fish, you get snails.
Thank you, because I didn't have an argument before. Now I
Or
do.
make it worse. So it's sushi, but instead of the rice, you have couscous, and instead of the fish, you have snails.
You had me with the couscous and then lost me entirely with the snails.
So that's
This is what will happen if you allow fusion cuisine. You'll get snails in your sushi, and I think that no one should want that.
You know what I always keep saying? If you take something delicious, if you take another thing delicious, and you add them together, it can only be delicious.
But what if one of the things isn't delicious?
Then you don't mix it. Like that's how you know. Like your creativity knows. Like okay, this is garbage, so I shouldn't fucking mix it with anything that is delicious. So that's how that's something I wouldn't do. Like if I knew that there are like this is an example in I think it's in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is a place run by a Filipino lady. I think she makes this fish skin tacos. So the taco, what do you call this? The bread?
shell?
The shell.
the
Yeah.
The shell is made out of fried fish skin.
Interesting.
I have never been to the USA because I draw a line.
He's
No,
drawn
they
a
draw the line.
Yeah, man. Like I thought getting the visa to the US is hard. Try getting into the Americans in Vienna Facebook group. That's harder.
You got randomly selected to be rejected.
So anyhow, I saw this. So she does a taco with fish skin. That's fusion for me. Then that looks fucking fantastic, and I would love to try it.
That does actually sound really good. I will say that. But then you have to consider what is considered garbage and delicious is a very subjective concept. I mean, the French
it is
eat
very
fucking,
subjective.
Yeah, they eat fucking snails.
Them, not me. I'm the couscous guy.
I'm really guessing if there was fusion food in China, we are really gonna lose China right now.
Please
We
continue.
wouldn't have corona. How's that for a fucking closing argument, motherfuckers?
We still have so much time. Should we end it now? I concede. I concede.
Because a bad curry would have cooked that bat really well. That kills all the germs and all the viruses.
So I guess we have a first. Usually we don't have an ending for a podcast.
No, I think
But for
No,
a
no,
first time we have a winner.
I concede. Normally I'm like, nope to the end. Nope. Thank you, Dad. for
That's how we do it. I'm a showstopper.
We'll say something so bad the
Not-
show has to end.
Not only he give you something funny, not only give you something delicious, but he solved the pandemic.
With fusion food.
Wait, so that's the cure? I didn't have to get vaccinated then? I could have just eaten fusion cuisine to cure the coronavirus? Is that what you're arguing?
Ever, Joe.
I mean, it sounds like a delicious
Yeah.
way to end the pandemic.
A
It'd make,
bad curry.
Yeah, imagine that. Anything is great with curry, man.
as long as you don't tell me it's bat, then I would consider that as an option. Just
Yeah, but
because I don't like the idea.
It's not
of that.
about you eating. You're not the one who started coronavirus.
Whoa, isn't it the cure to coronavirus though? I thought we established that.
Since when we make sense in this podcast? Is it the first time we switch topics or opinions?
Well, now I'm not sure what you're saying now.
No, his point is if they did the fusion cuisine from the beginning, we will not even have coronavirus. We will not even need the vaccine because they would have cooked the shit out of that bat and the virus would not have made it through.
Pause. Was the coronavirus started by someone eating a raw bat, without
Not
cooking
cooked
it?
enough.
Not cooked enough? Not
Yes.
like the germs that people not washing their hands or anything? No, it was a raw bat.
That make it worse.
Okay.
So a curry bat will solve it.
So
A
you
sushi
should
bat will make it way worse.
Oh my god, I don't Jesus Christ, dude, a fucking bat sushi? I don't want
Bat sushi.
bat sushi.
That's a bad sushi.
How?
Yeah.
How-
But
Um,
where's the sound effects board when you need it? Maybe I'll put it in post. No, what were you gonna say?
Nah, I was gonna say I forgot. Maybe
So
that's
basically, if you had been there, you would have stopped the coronavirus before it became a pandemic.
my bat stall will be popping, man.
Yeah.
People will be lining up to eat that bat curry.
That bat soup,
Yeah.
All right, so he has the cure for the coronavirus, so please follow and share all of his content.
I guess we need to put this disclosure in the beginning of the episode, as we will put it down as a medical misinformation.
Oh my god, yeah, no, we actually do need to do
Guys,
that.
whatever we talked about, don't do it.
Yeah,
unless
no,
you want to cook
don't
fusion
try
food.
this at home, kids.
Yes.
Or anywhere else for that matter.
Also, China, I'm sorry. That's all we're
Alright,
getting.
anyway, we're running out of time.
So, I am not making a closing
There is no
statement.
crazy statement. You won the episode.
You have won.
For the
You are the
time.
first-
You are the first.
You
time
are
to
the
do
first
that.
winner of this show. Congratulations.
Anything you
You
want?
see, Like, you know, I got no competition. I am the competition.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't go up against my dad. Like that's just mean. Like
And we also discipline our children.
Coming from an Austrian basement.
Coming from an Austrian basement, live.
Mom, pick me up. I'm scared.
So to save my little sister, we are out of time. Malinda,
Ah,
Get
man,
out
it
of
was
this-
a pleasure, man. Thank
it
you
was
for
a
having me.
pleasure. That was a
Jokes
really
aside.
fun episode.
Yeah.
Anything you wanna plug?
Yes, guys, please, it would be really helpful if you guys can follow me on social media. On Instagram, it's malinda.perera. On Facebook, it's Malinda Perera Comedy. That's that. And also, don't forget to fucking follow Into a Comedy Club Vienna on Instagram.
We're gonna
and
put everything in description. If you wanna find comedy in Vienna, just follow that guy. You find everything.
Also, did you mention your cooking profile?
Yes, it's Malinda Cooks on Instagram. You can see all the food that I cook. If you guys, I know I used to be a house chef. I go to people's houses and cook. During the pandemic, that was not a good idea. So I had to give up on that business for the time being. But if you guys would like to have me and, like, you know, cook you guys a delicious meal,
Delicious fusion meal.
yeah, I can do a lot of stuff. Like, don't call me and ask me to make schnitzel. You can do it yourself.
Make fusion schnitzel.
That's the next episode. Schnitzel, a war crime.
So yeah, guys, check it out and definitely follow these guys. Like, you know, it was a wonderful episode. Like, I had fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, usually I don't go this dark, but apparently floodgates were open tonight.
Exactly.
Thank you, Malinda, for being here.
Thank you, Dad.
Once
Great
again,
being
thank you very
Thank
much,
you everyone
guys.
for watching. As usual, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, give us suggestions for other topics that you want us to debate for the next time. Before we forget, this episode was recorded in the basement of Shibin.
International
That's kind
pub.
of the hot spot now for comedy shows. If you want to find good comedy, come here. If you want to find good drinks, come here. If you find good food, follow Malinda. Thank you everyone for watching and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.